Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to episode 9 of The Long Dark. So picking up where we left off, we're going to start a fire and try and cook some of this rancid meat we have. I swear normally it doesn't decay as fast, or maybe it was because that wolf that we shot was obviously lying outside for quite a while. Maybe that's why it's all rancid, but then surely that wolf was frozen, so it should have frozen the meat, which wouldn't have made it decay as fast. But who knows? Hopefully this lights. We didn't have a particularly high chance to do so. At least, if you fail to light something, you don't lose the resources, other than obviously the match and I believe the tinder plug. Like, it would really suck if you lost the firewood, rather, just because that stuff takes a bit longer to actually get hold of. Come on, you can do... our guy really sucks at doing this. We already used our accelerant while we were out in the... trying to defrost that deer. But I guess that was sort of wasted, to be honest.
Well, that didn't work.
Wow, this is spectacularly failing. Or rather, this is failing spectacularly.
Come on.
If I could do English properly, which I clearly can't. At very least, if we can't cook all of this, or at least some of this venison. What is up with this dude? He's not very good at lighting fires, I'll tell you. We've already done that, so will this... No, that doesn't count as tinder. Where is the various bits and pieces we can use as tinder? Is there some in here? Drawers? Let's get newspaper rolls. Let's transfer one book. Because we can't use a book. Oh, okay, there you go. That'll give us an 80% chance. That's fine. I know I should have really turned those newspaper rolls into tinder, but into tinder plugs. But hey-ho. I very much doubt I'm going to survive long enough to have stripped the entirety of this this map of every bit of newspaper or things that can be used as tinder. Somehow I doubt that's going to happen. Lovely, that's what we want. So, fur firewood. Add. Survive the outdoors can go in there, as can a bunch of these sticks. So let's get, I think we're going to boil this water first. We'll boil that liter of water. And I guess we should cook this rancid venison. I wonder if we can actually eat this afterwards. It might be a risky decision to make. Gamey wolf meat. At least it's, even if we can't consume this, at least it is improving our cooking skill. I believe once your cooking skill is maxed out, you can I think it's consume bad food without getting, what is it? I think food poisoning or something like that, or maybe it's parasites. I can't remember. It's one of those. Apparently cooking food is very tiring, you know. I mean, like, in the sense of what throwing a steak onto a stove and just leaving it there, which is essentially what we're doing at the moment. I guess we should probably try and eat this this meat and see what it gives us. Okay, so once you cook it, it increases the quality again back to a given point. So we'll eat the lowest quality stuff. We'll get ourselves relatively full. There you go. That looks all right. And we will also have a nice big slug of water. Right, how much have we got actually Am I going to have to find the entrance? Door, please. Leave lighthouse. Just want to dump these stakes on the floor. Go back in. For a fire that is, you know, it's not a tiny stove, it sure doesn't seem to be giving off that much light. I'm gonna, as we got a bunch of sticks, throw some sticks onto the fire, because that means we should be able to get a bit more water out of this before it goes out. May even be able to get another litre on top of this, actually. Yeah, it looks like we'll be able to get easily. Maybe even more. What we want? Mount another litre. Boil another litre. At least we're fully warm at the moment. And also, if we sleep, we are very, very tired, actually, come to think of it. So, I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to drop 4 litres. Pop that all up there. And then we will take ourselves off to bed. Oh dear. You go. Oop, there. Ta-da. Right. Instant issue. I can't see where I'm going, so I'm going to take a brand. There we go. I like this. Of course, what, do you like sleep holding a torch? Let's sleep for 10 hours. Do you just, like, cuddle the torch as you sleep? That's probably not very good health and safety. It would be a bit silly, though, if you were to, like, go to sleep hugging... You know, you survive out in the wilderness, you do everything you can, and then you die because you hugged a torch. The brand is burnt out. That's really silly. I hate that it still leaves, like, a random stick on the floor that you can, you know, pick up, but you can't do anything with. It's a bit weird. It should just disappear. We do have these sticks, so we'll drop both of those. We should harvest those for tinder plugs. And what else do we want to do? We have another pelt on us, don't we, that we should have really dropped last night. Where are you? There you be. And there's you. We don't actually have... That is the first deer hide we've actually got, I think. Oh dear. I see what I did there. Totally not intentional. So we'll do that. And then we have in... Is it here? Or... No, it's in here. Our medicine-related things. So we will chuck our old man's beard lichen in there, because that is used for bandages. How are we doing on the fresh guts? Curing 87, 82, sorry, is the highest, and 77. Our wolf pelt is coming along nicely. Our maple and birch saplings are coming on as well. See, this is when it becomes, like, really annoying to actually leave and go elsewhere, because if you've got... we should probably grab one of these and eat it. If you've got, like, loads of stuff, it's an absolute nightmare to cart it all over the place. Which is why I sort of wish that they would introduce, like, buildable sledges that you could drag behind you. Like, obviously you'd have to be... There would have to be, like, a penalty. So, like, you would walk slower or something like that. But it seems, to me, like, perfectly doable, given the stuff your character can create else. Like, literally it's a few sticks. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going for any prizes here. But it seems to me like it would be something that, if pushed, most people could do. Be really interesting to see whether they will add that or not. Right, so what we're going to do now is go to... Well, first we're going to stop and listen for any wolves that are going to eat us. I think there must be some sort of relatively long respawn. Yeah, on them, which is why they're not here trying to kill me. What we're going to do is go all the way to the end here, which is where it links through to, I believe, Coastal Highway or Pleasant Valley. I can't remember which one. And we'll just have a mooch around and see if there's anything more to loot in that, and sort of around that region. Or it may be that it actually connects to... There's like a connective area in between the two, like there is between most of the zones. And that will contain a load of stuff worth looting, which we could bring back to Desolation Point, which is the zone we're in at the moment. I should really, one day, what we'll have to do is come out and, like, harvest a load of these limbs, these cedar limbs and all stuff like that. There's a deer over there. We can come along and harvest loads so that we always make sure we have plenty of firewood back at the lighthouse. Because at the moment we don't really have a great deal. Actually, we have none. We have a bunch of sticks, and that's about it. Because the rest of it we threw away. Well, not threw away. That's a lie. We what did we do? We burnt it. So yeah, we will. That might be something worth doing on one day. So we're going past. So I think the corpse with the deer was up there, wasn't it? It's up one of these. It's on top of one of these areas there. So I think that way must be going down towards the exit, or maybe this is. So we'll go this way. I don't entirely trust that there's not going to be a wolf around here. Let's jump in here and have a look. There's nothing in the back. There's nothing under the hood. I don't think any of that's been implemented yet. So let's have a look in here. Note on the floor. Nothing in the radio. On the radio, rather.
Could end up being
Got some decent fleece mitts. A flare, that's really good. And probably nothing under either visor. Nope. Slim pickings. There's a nice amount of sticks around here. So we will not shy away from picking them up. We're quite far from our carry limit at the moment, so, you know, there's no reason not to pick these up when they're just here. Ripe for the taking, because we can always use them. So is this, what, another entrance to a mine, it looks like, maybe? I can't hear anything nearby. Which way do we go? Oh, I think, so that, I believe, might lead up to round the back to the church. So maybe this is the way we want to go. For the moment. It looks like there's a rather large tree over there that's fallen down. Can't hear anything still. It's a bit where you start hearing panting and then stuff comes and tries eating you and everyone has a bad day. Still can't hear anything. Good thing here is there's lots of old man's beard lichen, which is always really useful for making antiseptic bandages. Oh, come on. You're not that cold. You weren't making those noises yesterday when you were almost freezing to death. Right, so that's all that old man's beard harvested. Oh, there's actually some over there as well. Let's get this. I'm not sure whether this stuff respawns. I know all the sticks on the floor. Well, actually, I'm almost certain they respawn. But I'm not so sure about the old man's beard lichen. I think it does. But I wouldn't take my word for it. Because as we have seen, my my skill in this game is questionable. That is a strange looking rock. There's a little bit more over here. I was rather hoping there was some stuff we could actually loot, like, you know, as in like human made items, particularly food and stuff like that. On the upside though, I suppose at least having spent this time out here today on what is a nice little stroll, we probably won't end up in such a bad state that we were last time, where we almost, well, where we did ourselves a bit of damage. Ooh, yeah, I was right. That is like the entrance to a mine. Presumably it's the same one. Let's get these rose hips. Always useful. Say, what, I think are a substitute for, like, antibiotics or something? This... Oh, leave Desolation Point. Okay, so where does this go to? Old Island Connector. We'll get a book. Newsprint roll. Wood matches. Those are useful. I don't think there's anything else here. What about this in here? Wow, that's a first. Cured gut. Inside a drawer. That is a little weird. Stale beef jerky. Can't complain. We need some more processed food. We don't actually have all that much. Tinder plug. I won't say no. Crate. It's not really much of anything. 10 hours of daylight left. We've got plenty of time, although I'm sort of aware the episode's probably about to end. But I can put in a cut. That's not an issue. We'll need our lantern to go down there. So if that's leaving Desolation Point, and I believe going to what, Pleasant Valley, then that must mean that the other exit that we saw, which I believe leads down below us here, doesn't actually go anywhere. So I suppose we're going to go down there and have a look. So annoyingly, we have to do the walk we just did again in reverse to go all the way back. Probably not. Nah, it's not such a bad thing. At least we weren't attacked by wolves. Silver linings and stuff like that. So I guess if... Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Bloody house phone goes off. Here's sod's law when you're doing stuff like this, and then the house phone goes off. I'm not going to bother editing that out, because why the hell not? So, we should quite easily have time today to go and explore that region that we were looking down upon. We may even go back home via this route, because I believe there... I'm guessing if there's a car here, that means that that might have been a road, which means there might be more cars going there. Does that sound logic? I don't know. You tell me. Is that a corpse over there? No, I think it might just be a piece of wood. Right, so we're going to go down here. Except I think what we'll do is I'll put in a cut here. And next episode, we will head down here. And depending what we find, that may be the whole episode. If not, we'll go back up this road here. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. And I will speak to you in the next episode. Take care.